This might be an extremely controversial question, but does personal style even exist? Is it possible to even land on a personal style, and how do we even know when we've actually found it? And if you look at everything around me and the fact that I've been wearing all black basically for over a year now, I guess I have, quote, found my personal style. But what does that actually mean? It seems to be, what are the clothes, what are the accessories, what are the visual components of the things that we put on our bodies to protect us and guide us, clue the outside world into where we are emotionally or professionally. Who we are as people can be thrown into our outfits. It is the first thing that people see when they see you. Strangers, family members, let's face it, our appearances do seem to matter. It's the first impression that we give to other people. It sometimes is the lasting impression that we will give on people. What is the purpose of this personal style? Is the concept of a personal style just this false capitalistic urge to just consume more and more and more until we find ourselves or the clothes that match who we think we are? We even see a ton of articles and videos and stuff about how to find your personal style using your 3 style words. I have even tried that myself, and I think it helped me actually develop my so-called personal style. I think my style words, if I had to choose 3, would be amorphous, mysterious, and poetic. I definitely dress kind of like a vampire priest in the Matrix, and apparently that's my personal style. But is that really my personal style? Is that really a representation of who I think I am or want people to perceive me as? Is having a personal style more about control, or is it really a balance of having control of ourselves and letting the outside world perceive us? I don't know if that made any sense. But I think what these style words are supposed to do is help us develop who we are, and at least on the internal and external level, like how those two things kind of relate to each other. That part I think is really fascinating and definitely resonates with me. But I do feel like there is this kind of societal pressure to quote unquote find your personal style. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you don't find it or if you're struggling with it, because I think life is an evolution. I don't ever think we figure out exactly who we are. I think we get close to it sometimes, but I feel like life, and fashion and style included, are a series of like experiences and feelings and moods and emotions and obstacles, triumphs, I don't know, that all lead up to this so-called life. Fashion and clothes and accessories and everything related to personal aesthetics, I find very, very fascinating. Finding clothes and accessories and stuff that seem like they, protrude out my existence. This like alien, all black wearing Matrix vampire priest fantasy or whatever, or really an illusion that I want to project out to the world for whatever reason. Is that my personal style, or is it more just like a way to channel the darkness that I feel about how the human race operates? Where wearing all black feels like that's an expression of the grief and my kind of the insanity that I feel sometimes in my head. The dark sense of humor maybe, and the drama of like an oversized Yohji Yamamoto garment, or the structure of a Rick Owens garment. There's a kind of protection and an illusion of this like toughness that I kind of wish I maybe felt on the inside, that at least I can put on the outside to protect me from all my haters or people that I feel like might attack me or something like that. But I also feel like there's like an elegance to the clothes, which is why I love all black and feel like that's part of my quote unquote personal style. I don't think I've landed on like the final answer, but I do feel like this experimentation with all of this black stuff and a lot of like drapey avant-garde type of garments and styling for me feels more authentic to me, I guess, like in terms of how I view the world. So it's almost like creating a narrative for ourselves and then projecting that out to the world. Maybe that's what personal style really is, at least to me. So I do think personal style does exist. Do I ever think we find it though? I feel like that's the big question here. Have I found my personal style, or is this just an emblem of how I feel in the moment? Of how I have felt for a very long time, that I feel more comfortable expressing myself in these kinds of ways. I do feel like there is a lot of power and strength that fashion and style, especially style, can grant to us in this world, because it is kind of like the wrapper we put ourselves in, not the rapper like, you know, Kendrick Lamar, but like the WRAPPRE wrapper, the shell, the exterior force field that we unwrap ourselves in. And I do think it's a powerful way to express who we are, how we feel, without having to say anything. I think that's like the biggest thing about personal style for me, is I want to wear things that let me say how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. But I find it fascinating how we can actually dress emotionally, how we can dress more in character. I do think it's like this constant evolution. Like, I used to wear hypercolor stuff. I used to not wear much black, and I made a whole other video about why I changed to an all black wardrobe, so check that out on my channel. So even though I've changed literally my entire closet that you're seeing behind me, I don't know if I've landed on my personal style, but I feel like it's part of the journey of experimentation with like different forms, different fabrics, different colors, patterns, etc. So I don't know if I necessarily landed on this is my personal style forever, but I do appreciate this idea that the exterior shell that we wear, the fashion and style that we wear, is our personal style, is an emblem of how we feel and how we doing in this world. But I'm trying to think of it less like this is a like capitalistic urge to buy everything in sight, and more like what particular garments, what style of things, what colors, shapes, fabrics, etc. speak to me and convey what I'm feeling inside without me having to say anything or force an idea down someone's throat. Because that's not something that I want fashion to do. I want to be a little more subtle about it. I want to be that kind of ghost in the darkness, lurking in the shadows. I find that kind of fascinating and fun. But let me know what you think in the comments. Does personal style exist? What is the point of personal style? Thank you for watching this very rambly and very off-the-cuff video that I did not plan out whatsoever. And if you did watch all the way to the end, leave a bat emoji in the comments down below. I'm also trying to grow my Discord channel a little bit, so I will leave the link to that in the comments. So feel free to join, where we can talk about technology, fashion, the intersection of these things, really whatever we feel is fun and cute in this world. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Something seems familiar about this moment.